G'day ladies and gents, and welcome to Arma 3 with Mags, and today we're going for a little bit of a fly. So, I've been getting my prep organised to start doing some multiplayer action inside of Arma 3. However, I've got to get my eye back in on flying the helos. I was flying them a lot a while ago, and then I sort of stopped for a bit. And I've just recently started back up again, and I'm starting off by doing these showcase missions. Now, these are available off of the menu for Arma 3. They are, at first glance, they might appear to be a tutorial, but they're not. In order to complete these missions, you already need to know how to fly the helicopters or use the units in question. And the showcase mission doesn't do anything to try and teach you how these missions actually work. They're just a showcase designed to show you the capabilities of each unit type. So for example, what we've got here is the utility helicopter, troop transport helicopter showcase. So we're going to drop some troops off, we're going to do a little bit of ground attack. It won't tell you how to do any of that, you need to know how to do it. It's just providing a mission that will make you go through a series of combat events that are all related to the capabilities of this particular aircraft type. Now, we were heading to drop off some troops over at the waypoint you can see on the left-hand side. We've just been diverted off to attack a couple of ground vehicles ahead before we drop the troops off. Now, the flight modelling for this particular flyout, we're on the Advanced FM. We have all of the difficulty options turned on. We have all of the on-screen floating gauges turned off. So this is about as realistic as Arma 3 gets when it comes to helicopter flight. And there is our targets. As you can see, the only markers I've got enabled are the ones for mission objectives. And that's one down. Just using the unguided rockets. We'll peel out over the top and swing this back around and see if we can hit the second one. Past the wreck of the first, just clearing the ridge. We'll get him here, just dip the nose, and second target eliminated. Alright, that will be our go drop off the troops order. Alright, and those get a little bit annoying. I might have to see if I can edit some of those out as much as I can. I mean, when Arma automatically saves your game in a single player mission, it actually freezes the entire game, does the save, and then resumes. It doesn't matter if you're in the middle of something or not, it does it anyway. So, we were going to drop the troops off, but we've now received an order to take out the mortar position that's just ahead. I'm going to go in with a 20mm. And that was easy. Why you would set up a mortar position that close to a whole bunch of barrels and trucks and jeeps that are loaded up with high explosive material, I have absolutely no idea, but hey, it made my job easier. So, coming in for the landing, and this is always fun. This is a particularly small landing zone, so and it's been a while since I've touched down, so this might be ugly. Anyways, yeah, the flight modelling in Arma 3 is okay in advanced form. I'm not a particularly huge fan of it. It's got a couple of issues, actually, that I should probably point out. For those of you who may have noticed at the start, it seemed really easy for me to take off. Arma 3's flight modelling for helos, you basically give a little bit of rudder in whichever direction that the aircraft's going to torque when you go to take off. You'll know that from experience, and you yank on the collective and go. And that's it. It will take off pretty much every time. In a real helicopter, if you try to do that, you would detach the rotor blades from the main drive shaft and possibly do all sorts of other wonderful damage. But in Arma 3, the aircraft are really easy to take off. When it comes down landing, they can... I've pulled up a little short here, come on. Sorry, I'm having a moment here. Shit. Forward, not backwards. And not too high. the flight modelling in Arma 3 for landing is a lot more problematic. The helicopters are extremely prone to rotor stalling. Not a clean landing, I'm a little short of where I wanted to be, but close enough to drop off the troops. Anyways, as I was saying, the helicopters are extremely prone to rotor stalls. They can enter VRS in the drop of a hat, even beyond the capabilities of a real helicopter, to the point where a lot of the helicopters in Arma 3, if somebody proposed these machines as they fly towards the army or the military, they would probably be rejected. And there we go, another save screen. Anyways, we've got a bit of a fly here to hit the next waypoint. This is going to be just a quick landing to resupply. We'll pick up some more rockets, reload the ammunition into the guns, and we'll move on to the next part of this mission. Alright, so I want to try and do this landing a little bit cleaner here. Start descending here, and then we'll make our turn back. Might be descending a little fast. Okay, so recovered and re-clearing the lip, and we want to put it down right in the center of the pad for this one. Just a little bit of drift. We'll counter it out just here, and hey, that's better. And this is our 10-minute resupply window. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to go blow some stuff up at the island. That will be the next part. Okay, so as you can see, really easy to take off again. We'll just angle out over the top of the trees, and as you can see, the waypoint just over here ahead of us. We have a small rocky island that apparently they have some mortars, or the bad guys have some mortars set up on, and they're using it to shell inland. They're shelling the position we dropped the troops off at. That island's not very far away. Why they also aren't dropping mortars on the base that I just resupplied at, I have absolutely no idea. I mean, if they've got enough range to hit that observatory that we dropped troops off at, they should be able to hit that helo base as well. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll go in, and we've got the 20mm loaded at the moment. Yeah, we'll do a pass on the 20mm. Actually, no, we'll take that back. We won't. We'll flick over the other side. I'll turn it around. There is a whole bunch of vehicles there that I can just nuke with the rockets, and we'll call this a day. Rockets up, and there we go, that was easier. Alright, with the island nuked, now we head back to base. And so we go through another save point. I really wish they would set it up so that they were nice and smooth. Just you keep flying and the game just automatically saves itself, but the fact that it freezes the action is always irritating. Anyways, the only part that's left of this particular mission is to head back to the main airport, or the main base that we started at, and to land where we took off from. That's really all there is to it. So why show the utility transport helicopter off if I'm going to do the showcase missions? Why do that one first? Well, as I'm sure you can imagine from seeing my DCS videos, where I've left it in no uncertain terms that the Huey is my preferred helo. I like utility transports. I like something that you can use as a bit of a gunship, but I also like extracting and dropping off troops. And these are the machines for it in Arma. Like, this thing is really nice to fly for the most part, other than the fact that it's fatter than an Mi-8 to try and land. And this is the machines that I like. I like the attack helicopters too, but I really like the ability to put troops on the ground and to pull troops back out when necessary. Anyways, there's the base. let's take it into land. And once again, I've dropped altitude a little bit too fast here, and give it a little bit more power. Just scoot it over to the front of the hangar. I want to bring it down nice and close. And almost there, and I think this will just about do it. Just bring it a little bit more, and power off. Ooh, there we go. And return to base. Anyways, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to go through a couple more of these showcase missions in the future and show off the various aircraft inside of Arma as I'm prepping up to get back into the multiplayer. Because obviously I'm pretty crap when it comes to a gun, but I like to fly. Anyways, click like if you do, subscribe if you want to see more. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment sections down below. Fly smart, fly safe, and I will catch you in the skies.